going on, y'all? Welcome back to my dark dungeon that I call a recording space that's also my bedroom. And more importantly, welcome back to 2K. This one's for all the Philly fans out there. So the Philadelphia 76ers are in a really odd spot right now. Apparently Harden's reporting for training camp and everything. Hopefully by the time this video comes up, he isn't already moved or something like that. But it seems like that's probably not going to happen. He's just going to have to play with Philly. But we all know that because of the Damian Lillard trade, because of the Drew Holiday trade, there's been some shakeups as to who can actually be a contender in this league. Now anything can happen at any moment in the NBA. That's certainly something we've learned over the past couple weeks. But the Sixers didn't do a ton to improve. They brought in guys like Patrick Beverly. Kelly Oubre was a really nice signing for a minimum contract. But this roster's not good enough on paper to compete with the likes of the Celtics and the Bucks right now, and probably even a couple other teams. Like, I wouldn't necessarily even put them by the Heat. So that's what we're here to do today. We're going to try and rebuild this team and get Joel Embiid the championship that he deserves and put a team around him that he deserves too. One where players aren't quitting on him and really one that's built more to help him perform. We're going to have 3 seasons to do it, so hopefully I can accomplish it in that amount of time. But the first thing I'm going to do is move James Harden. How easy that is, I don't know. What I'm looking for, I don't know. We're keeping the level of realism in this to somewhat a lower end. So you'll just have to bear with me on that. Chris Middleton, 32 years old. Interesting. Lonzo Ball is already kind of interesting. One, because we saved the money, although we only get him for a year and then we'd have to re-sign him. Maybe he wouldn't be as much. But having a guy like Lonzo Ball would be interesting. We could decrease the value of another team potentially. I don't know if moving James Harden to the Celtics makes them better or worse than having Drew Holiday, but it's an interesting concept. We could bring in Paul George and Russell Westbrook. That's one I might want to think about a little bit. Like, yes, we take in a lot more money in Paul George, but maybe he doesn't cost as much after that. DeJounte Murray, bam, don't really need a center. Lauri Markkanen, no, not really. De'Aaron Fox and Keegan Murray. That one might be my favorite one so far because at least I know that they're either going to stay solid after this season or in Keegan Murray's case, he probably gets better. Jalen Brunson and Mitchell Robinson, Markelle Fultz. Just looking through Jamal Murray. We already know he can play with an elite center. Looking through Siakam, Şengün, Bradley Beal, no. Anthony Edwards. Oh, hold up. If we're bringing in Anthony Edwards, that might be the move right there. No, yeah, let's not overthink this. We're bringing in Ant-Man. Okay, and Tyrese Maxey is going to be a part of this team as well, and he's going to get moved to the point guard spot because that's what Tyrese Maxey is at the end of the day. I don't care if that lowers his overall a little bit. That's the position he's going to play for us. So what does that leave us with right now? We've got a Tyrese Maxey, Anthony Edwards, Tobias Harris, PJ Tucker. Okay, so we're going to move Mike Conley for sure. I think we're going to keep Kelly Oubre because he's a younger player. Not a younger player, a cheaper player, excuse me. Like a Mo Bamba, he might be a solid, like, sim player, in all honesty. B-Ball Paul always balls for whatever reason in 2K, so I feel like we got to keep him, but we can move, like, a PJ Tucker, a Tobias Harris. I also took a look at our pick situation, and not surprisingly, better teams usually don't have as many picks because they've been making moves trying to win. But we don't have a ton of picks to trade to get other elite talent right now, which, that hurts. But we're just going to have to make do with what we have. What can we turn Mike Conley into now, though? And I also just want to make sure that while I'm looking through this, maybe there's an asset I can get that helps us make another bigger move later. Like a Trey Jones saves us a lot of money. That's interesting. I'm not giving up a first-round pick. No, not Gafford. All right, so now I'm trying to package these two. I didn't see anything I just instantly liked for Conley. I don't love these moves either. I could bring Ben Simmons back to Philly. Yeah, that'd be great for everybody's mental health, right? Just looking through here, like a Montrezl Harrell. Like, can I make a small move for a Montrezl Harrell or something? A first-round pick, and I get rid of PJ Tucker's salary. Take on Robert Covington. I really don't save that much money, actually. I can get a first-round pick here. That's a pretty valuable move I can make. I can get another first round pick here in Deontay Burton. Okay, now these are more interesting to me. These are more interesting. Yeah, because I'm not going to get a player that I can necessarily win with right now, but I'll take this Kings offer so I don't have to give up another pick, and I'll take on Deontay Burton for the year. What about moving just Tobias Harris? Ooh, a Marcus Smart is interesting, but then I got to give up Kelly Oubre. I could bring in Kyle Kuzma, who theoretically I could play at like the 4, and he's probably not actually a bad option to have next to Embiid because he's such a good cutter. But I could bring in Klay Thompson. Hold up. They always want to trade Klay Thompson in this. So disrespectful. DeAndre Ayton, Rudy Gobert. Dang, I can get some things for Tobias Harris. So let me hold up quick and see what I can and can't get for him. Penn Simmons, Markelle Fultz. I'm not seeing something I'm like necessarily in love with. And that's what, like, I feel like this Kuzma one, like, he's still within a decent age group. But I gotta give up Kelly Oubre. How do I not give up Kelly Oubre? Can we just do this? No. Okay. So this is where I gotta start finagling y'all. Okay, so what about like Gallo? Okay, so I give you someone cheap then? Don't I have like there, you want him? We're not interested in this. Whoa, 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 whoa. Chill out. Chill out. Chill out. What about something like this? Nope, I'll do the 2 seconds though. Nope, you can have just Danny Green though for Anthony Gill if you want. Nope, you're not getting the first. That's not how this is going. Not how this is going. I'll give you another second, though. I can get more seconds. Would y'all relax? I have another second to give you. Yeah, I'm sure you do like what you have as far as that trade goes. Okay, so this is where I can start finessing you with better players with smaller contracts. Like, does a Danny Green for, like, who's your worst player? Johnny Davis. Let's try, like, Anthony Gill, just like that. No, you're not. No, not doing that. That's not worth it. Relax, 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 relax. Come on. Okay. We may not be able to make Kuzma work because I don't want to give up Kelly Oubre just to get Kyle Kuzma. I wouldn't even mind keeping Tobias Harris on the team, but like he's so much money, and I don't think that that's the best move for us is to just like lose him, and I don't really want to bring him back for like a decent amount of money. Does like a John Collins make sense? At least I get more years out of him, and I can try and flip Kelly Oubre. Then let's go with that. Let's bring in John Collins, who just always gets traded in everything, and now let's try to move Kelly Oubre. Not Kelly Oubre, Kelly Olynyk. This trade seems interesting right here, just because I don't need Clint Capella, but I can flip Clint Capella into something if I don't see something. This move right here for Clint Capella seems interesting. Like, I don't need Clint Capella, but I can flip him into something else that maybe I do need. So I don't see anything instantly better than that. So yeah, let's go take Clint Capella off their hands. I'm just giving away salary that I didn't really want to pay those guys anyway. And now I can take Capella and turn him possibly into another starter for us. Hey, yo, look at this trade that they're willing to do for Michael Porter Jr. right here. Bring in a starter for Conley, Mo Bamba, and Danny Green. I take on Jalen Pickett. We doing this every day of the week. So where does this leave our roster? So we've got an elite starting 5, and we still have Clint Capella to move and Kelly Oubre off the bench with B-Ball Paul, Pat Bev. So that's pretty interesting. I still don't really want to keep Clint Capella. I'd rather trade him and get some depth. But I'm liking where we're going. Honestly, like, I'd like to move John Collins too, just because like I don't think he fits next to Embiid. But we'll see. There might not be a move we can necessarily make this season. Okay, so I said I didn't want to move Kelly Oubre, and I know I'm taking on more salary with this, but I also get a first-round pick, and I get Andrew Wiggins. I'm giving up quite a bit of value here, but the first-round picks are valuable, and Andrew Wiggins can help us win right now. Maybe we're just winning it in the first season. I don't know. I'd sure like to try. So now I have Andrew Wiggins as a 6th man. I need to solidify the bench just a little bit more. Like, I need a good backup, like, point guard. I need a good backup. Paul Reed can play backup center, I suppose. It's not my favorite, but he seems to always play well in 2K. So that's fine. Yeah, let me go try and find a good backup guard. You know what? Why even do that when I can just go get John Wall, right? Like, Does he want to sign a 2-year minimum? Perfect. I can flip him in the offseason then if I need to. So we bring in John Wall. John Wall can play a little bit for us with B-Ball Paul. You got Pat Bev there too to play a little bit of defense. We love that. So I think this is the lineup we gonna run with this year. Let me look at, is it finances? Salary cap breakdown. So yeah, we deep in the cap. Who are we gonna lose? We're gonna lose Daniel House. So maybe I flip him for some picks. Tyrese Maxey needs an extension. So we'll give that to him in the offseason. That's gonna cost us some money. I'm gonna keep Pat Bev around for the chance that we can win one this year, but let's try and trade Daniel House quick, just to see if there's not something I can get for him, because he's a decent little contract. Like I can take on Dante Exum in a second, right? Like, ooh, I can just get a first round pick for him. Let's do that. Yeah, let's just OKC. Thank you for doing business with me. They got plenty of picks, right? They don't even care. So let's go to coaching, right? Do I have to sign any more players? Yeah, I do. Let me sign 2 more guys here from free agency, like a TJ Warren. Like, that's not a bad option, like just as like another little scorer, I suppose. Anybody else that like really tickles my fancy, like a Terrence Ross? I think I'd rather have Terrence Ross. Yeah, so let's bring in Terrence Ross. I'll give him a 2-year min as well, just in case I want to trade him in the offseason. And then we'll bring in another big as well, just because we should have some more size. We'll bring in Hernan Gomez. I think that's a solid sign. Alrighty, so I think we're all good to go then. This looks like this is a pretty solid squad to roll out there at the end of the day. Part of me wants to play Michael Porter at like the 4 and have John Collins come off the bench or something. I might just do that and start Wiggins. Let's do that. I like that better. Let's do that. Yeah, I like that first 5 a lot better. I'm cool with that. And I just realized we teamed up Andrew Wiggins and Joel Embiid again. Shout out to their college days at Kansas. But let's go through to the trade deadline and see where we end up. All right, so we're a pretty solid basketball team. We've been performing a little bit worse recently, but we're the #1 seed in the East. So maybe we just do this 1 year. Y'all get a quick video. I get to go to the gym and everybody's happy. Wouldn't that be lovely, Philly? But we all know that doesn't always work out for second place Philly very often. So looking at the team and looking at the stats, I'm going to assume Joel Embiid's being great. Joel Embiid's being great. Anthony Edwards being great. Love that. Michael Porter, a.k.a. Michael Never Swing the Rock Porter, ain't swinging that rock, right? 1 assist a game. That's what I'm talking about. That's what we love to see out of you, hitting 40% of your threes. Maxey playing well. Wiggins looked like he playing well. John Wall was a phenomenal pickup. I love it. John Collins, not really doing a whole bunch for us. He's taking about 3 threes a game and not really hitting them. John Collins will probably get moved in the offseason, but we'll see where we can go from there. If I look around the league quick, is there anybody that is like on the block? Like Chris Middleton's on the block. Max Strus, Zubac, Clark. I'm going to just look around quick. See, Brandon Miller. Hold up. Y'all trying to trade Brandon Miller? I'll come back to that. Like Cam Johnson could be kind of interesting for us to have. Jalen Duren, that could be interesting. Keldon Johnson and Devin Vassell available. I mean, I'll bring in a Devin Vassell. Hold up. Jeremy Grant, Malcolm Brogdon. Okay. Jordan Poole. Okay. So let's take a look at the Hornets first, since they are just willing to give up Brandon Miller. All right, screw you guys then. I didn't even want him that bad. Who was the other team that went? Ooh, Cam Johnson. That's someone I'd be interested in moving John Collins for. Michael Porter Jr. No, John Collins and B-Ball Paul. Okay, well, let's negotiate. I'm not giving you B-Ball Paul, but like, we'll just do this straight up if y'all want to do this. Yeah, I'm sure you're not giving up enough. But what I can give you is this pick in 2027 that I'll never actually use because we won't make it that far. All right. That's more like it. So now, Michael Porter's there. We're putting Wiggins there. We want Cam Johnson here. Yeah, that's looking a little better. John Wall's got to be like up here. Yeah. See, I'd rather have Cam Johnson. Cam Johnson going to do more things for us. He's going to space the floor more because we didn't have any shooting off the bench, and we don't have a ton of natural shooters necessarily. Like, we got Porter. Edwards is starting to hit more. So, okay, I'm liking this squad just a little bit better. So, let's go through to the end of the season. I think the Cam Johnson trade was an improvement. It looks like we're winning a little bit more. As soon as I say that, we take 2 L's in a row. Better not take 3 L's and 3 L's in a row. Better not take 4 L's in a row. That's what I thought. Let's end the year on some dubs, right? We was resting people those games, but I think the Cam Johnson edition just made more sense for the team. Let's see. Jokic wins MVP. Would have liked it to be Embiid, but we also didn't prioritize his shots necessarily as much. Wembanyama always, Chris Paul always, Miles Turner Defensive Player of the Year. It's usually him or Giannis. There he is, B-Ball Paul. It's always B-Ball Paul, most improved. Lillard Clutch Player of the Year. Steve Kerr Coach of the Year. Wasn't us, huh? Fair enough. They gonna learn eventually. You can look through these if you want. There's Embiid, right? Anybody else from us doesn't really look like it, and that's fine. That's totally fine. Let's simulate the play-in. We're the number 1 seed. We got Atlanta in the first round. Anything different for Atlanta? At AJ Griffin. Who were they playing at the 3? Was it DeAndre Hunter? What happened to DeAndre Hunter? We took Capella from them, so they must have moved him too. We shouldn't have a problem with this team at all. I'm not too worried about this one, especially with Embiid on a Kongwu. That is a bullying match if I've ever seen it. Simulate that game. Simulate that game. Yeah, no, this ain't even close. I don't even need to shrink the rotations. Yeah, no, we're on to the next round. Chicago Bulls, my Bulls. How did y'all make it this far? Lonzo Ball, someone that we considered acquiring. Kobe White with Levine, DeRozan, Vucevic. Interesting. Looks like pretty much just my Bulls. All right, that's it. They picked up John Conchar at some point, though. So, fair enough. I believe he's an Illinois native, actually, or a Chicago native. So, that makes a lot of sense. All right, time to start shrinking the rotation a little bit. We got 9 playing right now, so we're going to have Pat Bev fall out of the rotation. I think that's for the best. We're going to move these guys around so that it looks a little bit more like that and that. Let Cam Johnson get his 30-ish minutes. Yeah, I think this is how we going to do it. That looks good to me. Can Edwards also play the point for us? I think I want to adjust Anthony Edwards to sometimes play point guard too if needed, because we have a lot of wings. So let's make his secondary position a point guard just cuz. All right, let's simulate this game. Yep. I'd like to think that we can just mow right through these guys. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. We are not being contested at all. And now this is where it gets extremely difficult. Yep, Damian Lillard, Beasley, Middleton, Giannis, Brook Lopez. This is kind of what I figure they'll throw out for an actual lineup. Maybe they'll throw Connaughton because he's been on the team a little longer. But, yep, then there's... Oh, they picked up Charles Bassey. Interesting. Aren't they missing someone else? Yeah, where is Pat Connaughton? That must be who they moved to get Charles Bassey. Okay. So, obviously, very, very strong team, especially within these first 6, 7. So, all right. Operation Stop Giannis. Who's guarding him? Michael Porter. So, no, I want Wiggins on him. Let's go change that in the game plan. No, I don't want to rebuild the rotations. What I want, because Maxi's going to be on him, that's fine. Edwards will be on whoever. Malik Beasley. Giannis, I want him being guarded by Wiggins. That's part of the reason we got Wiggins. Where is Wiggins? There he is. Okay, yeah, so he's going to be guarded by him just because that's our best shot at it. And otherwise, I think the matchups will probably be fine. So let's sim a game. Guys, let's just do it year 1. Okay, maybe not. Okay, we'll take the second game. We'll take third game. Let's simulate this with Simcast. Come on, y'all. You know what? I'm doing it right now. We switching this up. This is a 1 year. This is how the Sixers can win it this season. I'm making audibles in the middle of my video because I can. It's my channel. I can do what I want. Unless y'all tell me differently in the comments, then I'll probably listen in all honesty. Oh, yeah. No. Not even a competition. 149 points from the team we were most worried to play. Meet us in the finals. And we got the Tim. If this ain't a storybook ending right here. We moved James Harden from Philly. And now we got to kick his ass. Shout out to Minnesota for making the finals, man. It would be James Harden of all people that can take Minnesota to the finals. So, Ant Edwards revenge game. James Harden, every team he plays is a revenge game. Embiid gets his Eastern Conference Larry Bird trophy. So that's awesome. So let's just take a look at what this team's looking like now. Yeah. James Harden, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Jaden McDaniels, Karl Anthony Towns. Okay. So the only one I feel the need to move is Wiggins onto Towns. Kind of the same thinking as before. So let's move him. Where is Towns? There he is. Let's get our boy Wiggins on him. I just think that's probably the best way to go about them, having two bigs like that. This makes me wish we had another like actual center off the bench and not just B-Ball Paul. But B-Ball Paul is the most improved player as well. So maybe we can just get it done. All right. Come on, y'all. We getting this done. One season, y'all. This is how they fix it right here. We're taking out James Harden. Oh, no. See, this makes me nervous. All right, what's happening? Let me go back to game one. What happened in game one? Edwards, Embiid, Michael Porter balled out, right? That's how we won. We let Naz Reid. I forgot they had Naz Reid off the bench, too. So they just have so many big men. Our defense wasn't very good. What happened game two then? So James Harden went off, and he's being guarded by Maxey. Should I switch Edwards onto him? Who's a better defender? I would guess Edwards in real life, but what does 2K have to say? He's an A. He's an A-. Yeah, we're switching Edwards onto him. So let's make that adjustment. I think that makes sense. So we'll go to Harden. I don't have an answer for the size thing. I unfortunately don't. I should have looked to pick up another big just to have on the roster. But let's put Ant-Man on him. Okay. So those are those matchups now. Let's simulate through another game. That's a good win. Let's see the box score. James Harden still got 37 points. It didn't matter at all. But they have no answer for Embiid, even with Gobert down there. And Edwards still had a great game because he's got Nickeil Alexander-Walker on him. So he absolutely should have a good game. Let's mess with the rotations just a little bit more and maybe shrink them up just a little bit more. Like Michael Porter, he's subject to go off at any moment, so that's always something. Now B-Ball Paul's got to keep his minutes for the big man minutes. I'm going to take some of John Wall's minutes away to like 15, 14, and we're going to spread these out a little bit more between Edwards, Wiggins for defensive purposes. Let's give another one, or let's give the rest of these to Porter, I'd say. No, we'll give another to Maxey because we took point guard minutes away. Okay. I'm feeling good about this. I'm feeling good. We're going to win this game. That's what I'm saying. We have no answer for James Harden. That's how they got to... Oh, we kicked their ass that game. Okay. We still just can't play any defense, but we're the best offensive team ever. This is why we put Michael Porter Jr. out there so that he could go 6 for 9 from 3. And 1 assist. That's why you get Michael Never Swings the Rock Porter. He don't need to think. He just does. Cam Johnson, you can do a little bit more, but you also play solid defense, right? Yeah, sure. And B-Ball Paul did his thing. Yep, did his thing. I love it. All right. Let's simulate this with Simcast. This is a one and done, y'all. This is easy. Let's go home. Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, we're losing. Oh, come on. No. Oh, it's close. It's not close. It's close. 5 points. Didn't do it. Didn't get it done. So what happened here? Embiid played well. Maxey played well. What happened to Edwards? Edwards fell apart on us. How can we not stop James Harden? We haven't seen Karl Anthony Towns do jack shit, right? Can I put Andrew Wiggins on James Harden? Let's try that. Or am I overthinking this? Should I just... Here's my thing with the coach, as a coach sometimes, right? One player beating us consistently and we don't make an adjustment to it seems nuts to me. But I'm afraid we don't really have another great matchup like that. I can just have Michael Porter Jr. guard Karl Anthony Towns. Towns isn't like moving like that. So we're going to do that. We're going to, yeah, that's what we're going to do. What am I doing? So for Cat, I'm going to take it out. It's going to be Porter again. So we're going to go Michael Porter. And then for where is Harden? There he is. We're going to switch Wiggins onto him. So we're going to go with that. So that puts Maxey on Nickeil Alexander-Walker. That's fine. That puts Wiggins on Jaden, or Edwards on Jaden McDaniels. That's fine. Let's have Wiggins guard him and see if a little more size can't disrupt him. Simulate this with Simcast. Come on, y'all. No. Don't fall apart. Don't fall apart. Don't fall apart. Don't. Taking the lead. Come on. We're about to do it. Give me that ring. Ring me. I need to find my actual ring. I really need to find that for these parts in the videos. But hey, Philly, you're welcome. I got rid of James Harden, and then not only that, because I know y'all are some spiteful motherfuckers out there, we let him make it to the championship and won. Look at that. And Joel Embiid, the process comes to a conclusion. It's storybook, right? Isn't this what you want? This is a better story than Rocky. Well, I appreciate y'all watching. I changed that up a little bit. We did a little one-season rebuild instead because I guess we're just goated at it. It's funny enough how if you push shooters around Joel Embiid, good things happen, right? But, yeah, thanks so much as always for watching, you guys. Leave me a comment. Who do you want to see me rebuild next? I know my Portland video did pretty well. Hopefully this one does well as well. I hate that I said that sentence. But thanks so much for watching, you guys. Leave a like, subscribe, go tell a friend. Go tell a friend to subscribe. That's what you're supposed to do, right? Be a good friend to me. And, yeah, we'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks so much. Bye.